Guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to read the essay writing part 2 of India's struggle for freedom. If you didn't watch the part 1 of essay writing, link in the description, click on it and watch the video. Hope that video you like and share, subscribe. So let's start today's video. Let's start. Gandhi further advocated India's salvation consists in unlearning what she had learned during the past 50 years. Also, the railways, telegraphs, hospitals, lawyers, doctors, and such like have all to go, and the so-called upper class have to learn to live consecutively, deliberately, the simple life of peasant. By patriotism, I mean the welfare of whole people. Sumit Sarkar points out the Gandhian social utopia as outlined in Hind Swaraj in undoubtedly, unrealistically, indeed obstinately, if consecuted as final remedy for the ills of India or of the world, and it never had much appeal for sophisticated urban groups which by the 1930 to 1940 would tweak increasingly to either capitalist or socialist solution based on industrialization. Sumit Sarkar continues further by observing it did represent a response to the deeply alienating effects of modernization, particularly under colonial conditions. The artisans renewed by factory industries, the peasants and rural or small town intelligence. After his return to India, Gandhi concretized his message through program by Kaidi village reconstruction and somewhat later Harijan welfare. Amartya Sen commands. I personally believe Gandhiji was mistaken on many subjects, including his opposition to religious conservations. But to give credit where it is there, he was although visionary in understanding why what he is called virification of the nation can be very detrimental to a harmonious society. Periwinkle Spear observes that Gandhi, by his philosophy of thought and action, integrated a peasant society of self-supporting workers with simplicity as its deal and purity as its hard work. The state would be loose federation of villages republics. They rejected the mechanics of the West along with its glitter and preached the prosperity of hand spinning and weaving while cheerfully reviving the contributions of Indian industrializations. In January 1915, Gandhi returned to India and instead of plugging into action, he spent a year in understanding the situation in India by undertaking traveling, and in the next year too he maintained distance from the ongoing Home Rule movement. During this course of 1917 and early 1918, he involved himself in three significant struggles in Chamman in Bihar, in Ahmedabad and in Kaida in Gujarat. In the words of Bipin Chandra, the common feature of these struggles was that they were related to specific local issues and that they were fought for the economic demands of the masses. Interestingly, these movements involved the improvisation peasants at Chamman and Kheda and industrial workers in Ahmedabad. Chapman, Ahmedabad and Kheda struggles made Gandhi find a place among the people of India as determined and committed person to a cause which will be better the conditions of masses in India and to earn the goodwill and confidence of the younger workers. In such a mood of goodwill and successful experience at the age of 50, Gandhi called for national-wide Satyagraha against the Revolt Act in March 1919. As the constitutional method failed, Gandhi initiated Satyagraha. A Satyagraha Sabha was formed and contacts were established with the help people interested in participating in the agitation against Revolt Act. Gandhi proposed the form of protest to be observed should be a nationwide hartal or strike followed by fasting and prayer. In addition, this form of protest they decided to offer civil disobedience against specific laws through a 6 April was fixed date on which Satyagraha was to be launched. Due to some confusion, hartal was observed on 30th March at Delhi, followed by street violence and disorder. Some pattern was also noticed in other parts too. The situation in Punjab, Gujarat and Bombay was very violent. Gandhi was not allowed to visit Punjab and was detained at Bombay. Gandhi made it his mission to pacify the people. In Punjab, government by its action of arresting two vocal leaders' participation the matter to the verge of violent protest. April 13th, the Baisakhi Day was the darkest day in Punjab, and on that day the British resorted to brutal shoot-out attack on the innocent gathering at Jallianwala Bagh, in which 179 died as per government account and many were injured. This most inhuman and brutal act of General Dyer stunned the entire civilized Indians, and anger resistment knew no bounds, and the entire nation was overwhelmed by the total atmosphere of violence and renewal mood. Gandhi withdrew the movement on 18th April as his philosophy of action was based on non-violence and he wanted to be a leader of controlled mass action. Bipin Chandra writes, this did not mean, however, the Gandhiji had lost faith either in his non-violent Satyagraha or in the capacity by the Indian people to adopt it as a method of struggle. A year later, he launched another nationwide struggle on a scale bigger than that of the Revolt Satyagraha. The wrong inflicted on Punjab was one of the major reasons for launching it, thus being the Indian experiment of Mahatma, which lasted for more than 2.5 decades in actively shaping and molding the course of nation liberation struggle under the banner of Gandhian era. This is the video of today. If you like this video, please share, like, subscribe and don't forget to click on bell icon. Thank you. Bye.